You didn't send a flock note out, did you? Oh, nice.
I said 5 minutes, about 12 minutes.
Hello, my friends. Welcome to Two Pastors and a Podcast. Do 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 do. Shh. Shh. All right.
You can tell it's been a minute. I got to get situated.
I know. I was trying to remember how the mic felt. I was like, where does this go?
All right. I'm pulling up Facebook so I can see comments there. You pull up YouTube just in case someone comments there.
Like Dawn. I'm just kidding. She just texts me her comments.
Hey, what is going on here? Oh, now we're live. I just needed to refresh. Okay.
Hello.
Morning, Kathy.
Good morning.
Just getting situated. I think I'm.
How do I turn comments on YouTube?
Oh, do we not have comments available on YouTube?
Hold on, I'm looking. I think they are. There's just no comments happening, and so that's why I don't see any.
I can hear me.
Comments are turned off on YouTube.
Never mind.
Just text me if you want to say something. It's
Text
fine.
Caitlin if you want to reply to anything.
You're watching on YouTube.
I got to figure that out. I don't know why that's not the case. Sorry for being a little bit late. Just kind of getting our bearings. Also, I had to make coffee because I didn't realize I was completely out of K-Cups.
All right. That's enough of that.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
It has been how many weeks? Pre-Easter. Like the week before Holy Week.
3, 4?
No, wait. I was on vacation the week of... Well, that was before the Palm Sunday. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. 3 or 4 weeks.
Oh, it's been more than 3. Anyway, glad to be back.
It was spring break.
So today is a special day. This whole week is a special week because for people like me, it is Star Wars week. So yesterday was May the 4th be with you, and today is Revenge of the 5th.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to spend some time talking about that today and what it means to be the church. And we'll just kind of let the conversation go wherever we want it to go from there.
Sounds great.
But
did you watch any Star Wars yesterday?
I did not.
I did not.
I watched Bob Ross yesterday.
I had a migraine, so.
Yeah, I sat with my headphones at my computer a lot. I mowed the grass. I did that. I cleaned my desk off, and then I watched Bob Ross the rest of the day.
It's a good day for you.
It was something. It was something.
I did say I was going to watch Star Wars, and Ella goes, without me? I'm like, girl, you don't ever want to watch it with me to begin with. What are you talking about?
I don't know. That's how kids are.
And then I told him that I wanted to go see, sorry, I got to get my speaking voice right. The Mandalorian and Grogu for my birthday.
Oh, yeah.
And they're both like, oh, we want to come. I'm like, sure.
Or great, but you're not.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get up every 5 minutes to take you
exactly
to the
right.
bathroom and get you popcorn.
That's literally what I told Ella. I was like, if you come, you're going to have to hold it, sister, because I'm not getting up. You just pee right in that seat.
I know. That's right. That's right. There are some moments where the kids don't matter.
And it's Mandalorian Grogu. That's one of them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. There's not a lot of hype around that movie right now.
No, I didn't figure there would be, though.
I think Star Wars fans get in their own way too much.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
We're
not talking about that today, but there we go.
But we agree.
Oh, well.
I mean, just ask us about how we feel about the last 3 movies.
Yeah, they're garbage. And that's not because of us. That's just because
That's
they're
just
bad.
because they are garbage.
All right, so let's start with this today. And you can chime in if you're watching. And if you're on YouTube, you have to message Caitlin.
Text me.
God thing this week. I know you had a migraine yesterday, so But let's say God thing over the past 5 or 6 weeks because
Okay.
it's been that long.
Oh, dear. I think for me recently, getting through a lot of personal revelations
Oh. Yay.
has definitely been a God thing.
Okay. Anything you want to share?
Nope.
Oh, come on. Come on. What's the point?
Nope.
Not even a small revelation?
I think that understanding that knowing myself and being able to heal for myself is enough. I don't have to do it for like ministry. I don't have to do it. It's enough to just do it for me. So
Okay. Good morning, Lida Mae.
that was a good revelation for me. Not one that I liked, but it's fine.
Whatever that was.
Yeah.
Okay. Your guess is as good as mine.
This is not This is Star Wars week. This is not therapy week.
I know. Although, I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so you've learned some things about yourself, and you feel like that's a God thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What about you?
I mean, I've been on a perpetual learn about me journey, and sometimes I wonder if that's from God or if that's not. If that's from the enemy. I don't know.
It's happening either
But
way.
it's happening. I would say, the one thing that actually, I'll talk about. I talked about it with you Sunday. So this is a God thing for me. So I've been really struggling finding my footing for a while now. As the pastor here, I've really struggled being in the building, especially when no one else is here. I've just really had a hard time. Now, part of this is in line with some of the things that I've been learning about myself and recognizing some existential burnout that's not the work necessarily, but it kind of is. It's not like I'm doing too much and I burn myself out because there's other like emotional things kind of learning through that. But I've just really struggled. And so as such, I tend to avoid the office a lot, tend to just kind of, I'll have breakfast, I'll be out or whatever. But being alone hasn't been fun for me. And I've had a hard time finding that comfort to be here to do the things that I need to be here to do, like, let's say, sermon writing. And so I've kind of lived in that burnout a bit. I'm not going to say too much, but just kind of dove into that a lot. So Saturday, I was in that same kind of perpetual cycle, but I was feeling all right. So I came in Saturday late afternoon, early evening. I was like, okay, I need to just come in and not cram everything to the end. So I came in on Saturday evening, and I was frustrated from the week before. So here's some context. The week prior to, so not this past Sunday, the Sunday before, I was really frustrated with myself because it was the first time in over 10 years ever of being a pastor here, where all the little details caught up with me. And I'm doing a lot of behind the scenes work, a lot of really small detail work that used to be done by others who aren't here anymore. And that's a gap that's yet to be filled. And I've felt like I functioned in that pretty well. But the prior Sunday, I thought I had done some things in the visuals, from scripture changes to title changes and adding a 2-minute timer, and I didn't. But in my head, I had done those things. And watching that happen live, I'm reading scripture and realizing, oh my goodness, I didn't change this. Oh, I didn't change that title. Isaiah goes to do the greeting timer, and there's no timer on there. And I'm like, I really thought I did that. I was really frustrated with myself because I've built my identity on making sure, no matter what size church we are, that things are done really, really well, and there's no hiccups. And to feel like I completely dropped the ball was really hard. And I dealt with a lot of shame from that moment on, not because anybody said anything, but my own frustration with myself. And so it comes around this next Saturday, and I find myself like, by the time I get recuperated, it's already Friday night, something like that. And I'm still burning the midnight oil. And even, by the way, that same week, I had spent hours working on the newsletter, forgot to print out the newsletter. There were so many like little details. I don't know if you've ever been in that place before where it's just like, okay, I thought I got everything done. I'm not getting anything done. Preached a sermon, fantastic. But I didn't do all the little things. And to me, the little things matter more than the big things. If I had to like struggle bust through something, I think I could struggle bust through a sermon and still like God could.
I mean, you've done sermon in the sack.
Yeah, I think I could.
You could do it.
Could do that. But all the little things, it feels like my fault. I didn't do enough. I didn't do all the little things. That's probably a bigger conversation for us as a church. But I didn't do enough of the little things, and now I detracted from everyone else's worship, whatever. Good morning, Sue. So anyway, I was carrying that weight. Found myself all the way to Friday again, same cycle, feeling frustrated that, I didn't have the energy. I wasn't doing proclaim yet. I was, doing all those things. But Saturday came around, and I came in Saturday evening, and I did what I used to do, which I haven't done in a long time. Just been kind of like, faking it till I make it maybe. So I came in Saturday night and I set the pulpit or the table up here and I set my computer up. And if anybody knows me with heavy ADHD, sitting down and writing is impossible for me. I can have executive dysfunction for 2 hours and just stare at a blank piece of paper. So I have to preach while I'm writing, and which is why I need alone space. And I know I'm hard to work with for some people who have worked with me in the office, because it's like, I need you to not be here when I'm here sometimes, because I have to do these things. And there's a lot of angst in me if people are around. I ain't preaching in here while someone else is listening to me struggle bust through.
That sounds awful.
Oh, it's horrifying. And so
that's like a nightmare scenario.
Yeah. So I lock the door, I make sure nobody can get in, those kinds of things. So I come in on Saturday and I just preached, and it was nice to get to a point where I was reminded, I still like preaching. I still like preaching. The little things are falling off, and they're not always getting done. And that's a problem, not for me, but for us collectively. But I felt in that moment, I felt very peaceful. Now, I haven't felt that way in a bit. I left the church that night. Sermon was completely done, which has been a hot minute. I still show up at 6 o'clock. Here's what, I even stopped at Walmart on the way home Saturday night and got communion bread. Normally I stop at Walmart at 6 o'clock in the morning and get communion bread and come over here. That's when you're trailing, chasing your tail all the time. And so I got the communion. I was set for Sunday. I came in Sunday morning. I put the felt board together. That's all I did that morning. I knew what I needed. I just needed to work through it. But it was a very peaceful time to just have fun like that. Anyway, God moment, right? The God moment was that moment of recognizing I still know who I am and who I'm called to be. And I overcame, I think with God's help that night, some mountains. They seem like mountains of just taking a breath and getting over the overwhelmed. I just don't have it. I don't want to do it. And just being here on a Saturday night was good. I'd like to not be here on a Saturday night. I'd like to do that on maybe a Friday or a Friday night. But the afternoons they're really hard for me.
Yeah.
And if it's not early, like 5, 6 in the morning, it's got to be late at night. Those are the two times where my brain most quietly functions. So it was nice to do that. I just felt God's presence there, and in that moment. And Sundays was just an old-fashioned holiness sermon for sure. But Just driving home that night, just praying. Driving to church Sunday morning, just praying. Asking God for help and direction, all this. It was a good time with the Lord. I guess I should say it that way. Mm-hmm. Long story short, it was just a really good time with the Lord. And I've had some dissonance there for a while. And that's burnout. Again, not because of work. I think that's what I've been learning is ministry is hard. Mm-hmm. And whatever. But I'm not like, most of my burnout is feeling like I don't exist beyond preaching. Mm-hmm. I've struggled immensely. Well, here, okay, you're not going to talk about your self-revelation. I'll talk about mine. I've struggled immensely with feeling like a preacher but not a pastor.
Yeah.
And I know I'm not the one that most people go to for prayer, for counseling, for marriage counseling. I know there are many of our members that go to other pastors in town or other people in town, and that's left me feeling empty for a while. Mm-hmm. Because I don't want to just be a preacher, but that's who I've been, and that's how people use me, and it is what it is. So I've struggled with that. So having those moments with the Lord of being reminded that my heart is to be more than just a preacher, but actually, be involved with the people in daily life. It's been one of those self-revelations that, this is who I'm called to be. Mm-hmm. Sunday was good because it was me preparing a sermon that just felt like I was spending time with the Lord. And then if I get to preach that, great. You get the fruits of me spending time with the Lord and knowing that I haven't been left and I'm not out here in the trenches by myself. And so I can talk to him and not feel that strain in my relationship with the Lord and my calling and those kinds of things. So that's been good. That was a really good, sweet God moment. And Sunday was Sunday. It was fine. It was low attended, and that's okay. I don't care about numbers so much as long as people are growing. But it was good to come into a Sunday and feel like I wasn't just rushing trying to get something out, mm-hmm. but felt connected with the Lord, felt loved by the Lord, felt supported by the Lord, and did my job.
Those are sweet moments. It feels like a little God hug. Mm. I know why. I know who I called. I'm still calling you.
Yeah. Yes. 100%. And I needed that. Mm-hmm. I needed that. So, I don't know what people want from me here necessarily or need from me here. Maybe in some eyes I'm too young or too inexperienced or, I don't know when I stop being young. Is it 50s? I thought when I hit my 40s, that would be it.
You seem pretty old to me.
Maybe it's my 50s. Maybe it's my 60s. I don't know.
You seem pretty old to me.
I think if I were honest, though, I think we all struggle with, with a deeper sense of purpose. Mm-hmm. I think we all kind of navigate that a little bit. I think we all go through times where we're like, I don't feel like I'm living my calling.
Yeah.
I haven't felt like that here for a bit. That sounds weird, I know. But when you're just a preacher and you feel like, well, why do I not like coming to the office by myself? Because I'm just waiting. I'm mm-hmm. waiting for nothing most of the time. And I don't like that very much. But to have that hug that's like, it's going to be okay. You're gonna, keep doing your work and that calming assurance, mm-hmm. I guess. Yeah. Anyway. That's probably more than you needed to hear. But here you are. What's God done for you over the past few weeks? Maybe you can message Caitlin if you're on YouTube, or you can type it in Facebook. I'd love to hear it about your God moment the past week or couple of weeks or few weeks. So please don't hesitate. Type it in. I'd love to hear from you. Yes. We do not have a real react today.
That was my bad.
Struggle bussing on the social media.
I can't.
Okay.
I cannot.
Okay,
I literally
I don't want to do real react anymore because I hate social media.
I just can't be on it.
I hate social media.
You know what was crazy? It was kind of hard at the beginning because I was on Instagram a lot. But I haven't been on Facebook or Instagram more than like a couple hours at a time since November. And at this point, I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be finding reels, and I just don't want to scroll reels.
I'll tell you what I've been flustered by you can lose yourself too much in like dead brain or what do they call it? Brain rot.
Brain rot.
You just scroll
Doom
scrolling. You can lose time, literally just lose hours. The sheer volume of misinformation.
Yeah.
AI generated stuff that people we'll question it when it's things we don't want to believe in.
Right.
Oh, that's probably not real. It could be anything.
Mm-hmm.
But how much stuff I watch that's blatant, just fake. And people are buying into it. I want to gag with the amount of laziness.
Yeah.
But it also has shown me that we're not safe on social media. You just pray.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we're using Facebook right now because a lot of our people are on Facebook. And so I appreciate it for that. And if you want to use social media to just send a status and only look at your friends, it's fine. But you are always vulnerable now on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Pray for whatever misinformation or whatever manipulation that, whoever wants to do. So all I have on my reels, we were talking about it beforehand. It was like, well, maybe I've got something saved in mind we can look at. I'm like, oh, all I have are food videos.
Yes.
Like burritos and sugary things that I can't even eat.
Just dream about
like,
it.
who's that guy? He's like, let's try to make that in only 3 ingredients. And he does that all the time, like making chocolate roll-up things. I'm just like, ooh, I want to make that. I never make it, but I have 1 million painting and food videos. I'm like, what am I going to like, there's nothing to react to except for I'm hungry.
Ooh, yeah, that looks really good. You should make that.
Yeah, I should make that. You've been trying to eat healthier.
Yes.
But I have this pie saved. Do you want to hear what it is?
For a rainy day?
Yes. Do you want to hear what it is?
It is rainy, so yes, tell me.
Yes. It is a Dr. Pepper cream pie.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks like the texture of like a Cool Whip kind of pie.
Interesting.
But it's made with Dr. Pepper. It looks fantastic.
That sounds like something I would enjoy.
That's why I saved it. I told her I was going to make her this Dr. Pepper pie, and then she said she was eating healthy.
I'm losing weight here.
Don't
do that to me.
Yeah. Tell everyone you've been on a journey.
I have.
How far have you come?
12 pounds since January.
12 pounds since January.
Very slow and steady, but...
That's great, though.
Yeah. This week was not great.
That's okay. That's okay. Up and down. It's part of the journey in life.
Yeah.
It's up and down. You just stay on it. You're going to have good days and bad days.
I just wasn't feeling I wasn't feeling good. You realize, at some point, you realize that eating healthy actually does make you feel better. And you're just like, man.
I think it's so important for the Christian. Can we go here real quick? I think it's so important for the Christian to take care of their body.
So I was also really convicted in one of my classes as we were reading, talking about how when you are called to, ministry, or even if you're just called to be a Christian, you are surrendering your body to the Lord.
Yeah, your body, not just your heart,
Yeah.
your real body.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so important.
And so I'm sitting there I'm tired all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting sugar-induced migraines, and I know they are because as soon as my sugar drops, I get a migraine. That slows me down even more.
Yeah.
Just I can't do this
It's
anymore.
multiplicative.
Yeah. And so I just figured it's time for a change.
Missy says, that's all caps amazing.
It's
Caitlin.
not been fun. I have not enjoyed
said
it
that.
one stinking bit, but I do feel better, so I can enjoy that.
Lida May says, here's something go with what you're saying. I was having a hard weekend cleaning the house. I would start in one room and get sidetracked to another task only to go on to another task. Girl, I live.
ADHD.
I live in that world. I like all of that, I feel. I finally had several things started, but nothing really done, but I was so tired. My dad stopped me and said, there are more than you living in this house. We all have to do our own little things to help. You need to step back and pause and enjoy each moment, or you will get overwhelmed and will never think you have accomplished anything. That hit me hard. That's true.
That is true.
That's true.
It's kind of like what I was saying earlier. You bear with each other's burdens.
Yeah, that's right.
Help each other out.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And I think letting people help you is the key.
Oh, yeah.
So if I could take it back to what I was saying about me, one of the big, and I think this is a world narrative, pick yourself up by your bootstraps, don't be a problem to anybody else. One of the boundaries I've seen, maybe not even an intentional boundary, is like, don't bother my pastor.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please bother your pastor.
Yeah.
It's why I'm here.
Yeah.
I don't have too much going on. Oh, I do have a lot going on. But please bother your pastor.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay. So, yeah. So, one, like, getting over ourselves and our pride of saying, I shouldn't do this by myself. I do need to offload some stuff. Use your pastor, number one. But anyway, I got you. I live in the world, girl. I live in that world. I live in that world. What were we saying?
Healthy. Be healthy.
Yeah.
It's important to be healthy.
So I'm on keto again because I officially, for a while, Kathy.
Yeah, for real. Stop making that bread, woman.
No, don't stop. Please don't stop making the bread.
Stop giving it to me. Stop it. I can't.
Oh my gosh.
I can't help myself.
The muffins, the mini muffins.
They're perfect size. You just pop it in your mouth.
The
and
perfect
before
size
you know
to
it,
never stop eating.
You eat the whole bag.
I did. It.
Ugh. Stop it.
No, don't stop. They're so good. But I need some self-control. That's what I need. No, like I was eating. In fact, I knew I was going to start keto this week.
So you ate all of them that you could.
I did. And then Saturday night, I'm in here and I see this box of Jack's Donuts and I'm like, I'm opening that up. Because listen, if you know me, my Achilles heel is a donut.
Nope.
Every single time. Every single time. I crave donuts like nobody's business.
They're in the trash now, so.
They went to the trash. However, there was one, what did they call it? Bavarian cream, Boston cream.
Yes. Those are so good.
I looked at that donut and I said, I'm going on keto and I'm celebrating with that donut right there.
With that donut.
It was the best thing ever. But anyway, I went on keto because I've been the same way. I've been sluggish and feeling some of that stuff. But anyway.
So funny.
I'm hungry today, if that tells you anything. But I told myself today, I took Emma out to breakfast because Lily had a doctor's appointment. Mm-hmm. So we went, she always gets the stuffed French toast, and that is like sugar on a plate.
Yum.
It's so good. It's ridiculous there. But I got a protein omelet. And but in my head, you know me on keto. This is I need counseling.
There's no food
but I'm on
that body.
keto, and I don't eat a lot.
Yeah.
I don't. And I'm way less hungry than I am when I'm not on keto. But my brain also has strategy.
Yeah.
So if I don't eat, I'm gonna give you a quiz real quick.
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
What do you think is going to happen if you see that I don't eat hardly anything all day long and just no carbs at all? What's the logical outcome that I am aiming for?
Carb balanced ice cream. Protein ice cream.
That's right.
Tonight.
Keto ice cream is on the menu for dinner tonight.
That's what you're eating for dinner.
Because the entire 600 calories and 40 carbs are going in my body in a tub of ice cream. That's what's happening tonight. I'm so excited about it right now. My dinner is going to be full fat, zero sugar, keto ice cream.
Yep. And he still loses weight.
That's my dinner.
And
I am going to lose 6 pounds this week,
That's
guaranteed.
Right. That's
I always lose 6 to 8 pounds in the first week of keto.
That's just stupid.
I'm so excited right now. I'm so excited. I don't get the donuts.
Yeah.
There are no keto-friendly donuts.
But you get the keto ice cream.
Rebel.
Yep.
It's going down tonight.
Worth every penny, apparently.
It is going down tonight.
You want to ruin Josh's day?
$6 a pint.
You want to ruin Josh's day? Make sure there's no ice cream in his fridge in the evening.
During keto time.
That will ruin his day.
So, listen, gas prices are the cost of my ice cream right now for a gallon of gas.
Isn't that nuts?
It's lactose free, Missy. I know what I'm doing. I will walk to work
For the ice cream.
if I have to afford my ice cream.
How
on
long
keto.
would it take you to walk?
As
Have you looked?
Probably as much time as it takes to drive with these stinking red lights in
Well,
town.
that's fair.
Who invented this town?
Not me.
Get a new mayor. We need to divert traffic around.
Ayo.
We need to divert traffic all the way around. I don't need all these passerbys coming through. I need all the lights removed. Give me roundabouts. I don't care what your feelings are. Give me a roundabout so I don't have to stop. Sometimes it takes me 20 minutes to get here.
You know roundabouts
I'll
cause
walk.
roundabouts cause tornadoes.
That's Carrie. That's all Carrie. That's all Carrie just driving in
Just Carrie.
circles. Trying to, wait, what lane am
Where
I
do I
supposed to?
go?
Oh, I'm in the wrong lane.
This is a good time. We love you, Carrie.
That's right.
You're causing tornadoes in the
Yeah,
Midwest.
yeah, we don't need any tornadoes here. Oh, well.
Oh my goodness. What are we talking about now?
I don't know. Keto ice cream. So I will start walking to work in this wretched economy that we live in right now.
And
I will start
then-
walking to work.
You might lose 12 pounds in 1 week.
Oh, if I actually lived an active lifestyle, I'd be 135 pounds.
Man, I don't think that would that wouldn't look very good.
Look like I want. Well, take me back to 19 when I was at Olivet.
There you go.
I looked at that old picture. I was like, ooh, dude.
I showed a picture to Ella of Keith and I when we were like freshmen in college. And I go, look at these guys. And she goes, who's that?
It feels so good, doesn't it?
It does.
Fantastic.
It does.
Thank you so much for that.
It's your mommy. That's not. No, it's not. Like, yeah, it is.
It is.
It is. Thank you, child.
There are 3 of me now. Don't you love that?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, the days. The days. Consequently, like thinking of that, the older you get, the harder your body responds to things, which is why I do keto, because it works so well for me. But I'm learning the hard way right now that all my bad habits over the years are catching up with me physically.
Oh, yes. Should we talk about?
I get this like arm fatigue really bad, and I get really shaky, especially if I like do labor. I'll hold a cup and it'll just boom, boom. And in my mind, because
Parkinson's.
I have anxiety disorder, is straight up Parkinson's.
Parkinson's.
I'm literally dying.
Yep.
Maybe. I'm not going to check it out. I'm just going to panic over it for a long time. I'll never go to the doctor. I don't want to know. If I'm dying of something, I just want to die of it.
Ignorance is bliss.
That's it.
That's right.
Judge me all you want. I will die in peace.
You're going to go into ketoacidosis one day and the doctors will be like, why didn't you come in? Because I didn't want to know.
I don't want to know. Just give me a shot and send me home. I lost my train of thought. Just right
Parkinson's.
there. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So then I realized I was at my desk. And I have been on a computer my entire adult life, college all the way through, whether it's video games or typing. All my studies as a student outside of reading it was writing and typing.
Yep.
And I was sitting at my desk Sunday, and I realized at my writing desk, the way my hands are positioned are up like this. And my hands start getting very fatigued. My arms start feeling very tense and then start quivering a bit. And I thought, maybe I've given myself carpal tunnel.
That would
because
be too
I've spent
easy.
25 years
Too easy.
like this.
Yep.
Bad habits catch up to you. You hit 44, almost 45, and all of a sudden your body's like, I quit.
You know, even good habits catch up to you because I have taken piano lessons a lot of my childhood, and they're very much like sit up straight. Your hands are like this on the piano.
time.
Pianists are notorious for having lower back pain.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So I blame my lower back pain on the fact that my mom made me take piano lessons.
It's always someone else's fault.
It's definitely my mom's fault.
If it wasn't for college demanding me write papers,
That's
I
right.
would not.
Come on.
Definitely not my fault.
I'd be slumped. I'd look like a little goblin.
Lida says she's getting ready to train one of her cows to ride so she can get to work.
Hey, That's not a bad idea.
Listen, I saw a $2,000 motorcycle I could have delivered to my house from Walmart.com. It's a 250cc, the little dirt bike that looks like a crotch rocket. That's what we used to call them.
Crotch say it.
Sorry, I don't know what else to call that. That's a Southern Indiana thing. We used to call them crotch rockets. I don't know. If you're offended by that, I do apologize. It just kind of is there.
I don't. That's really funny.
So anyway, so I thought about buying it. I was like, I should just buy that and ride that to work.
Today would have been beautiful in the rain.
If it gets you ice cream.
That's fair.
It probably saved me $2,000 in gas in about a month.
You might.
Anyway, okay, let's get off of that.
All right.
So I said I want to talk. It's Revenge of the Fifth. So since Star Wars Day this year isn't on a podcast day, let's talk about my love and your love for all things Star Wars.
I love Star Wars.
I do love Star Wars. What is it about Star Wars that makes you love it? And I'm going to go more into a broad topic of science fiction, fantasy in general. Mm-hmm. But it's Revenge of the Fifth.
That's right.
First of all, let me ask this. Favorite Sith or dark side character, evil Star Wars villain, there's a good word. And then why do you love Star Wars so much?
Well, obviously, Darth Vader.
Oh, yeah?
But a very close second is Darth Maul.
Yeah, new cartoon coming out from him.
I'm waiting for it to be completely released so that then I can watch all of it.
Binge watch.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel that.
But, yeah.
So Darth Vader. Okay.
He's my fave.
All right.
I don't have a reason. Like,
Why do you like fantasy and science fiction so much? Because you really like Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
You like Harry Potter.
I've actually never read Harry Potter.
You've never read? You watched the movies?
I watched I got forced to watch the movies in college.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, that's fine. But
yeah, I
Lord of the
Harry
Rings,
Potter, yeah.
Star Wars. Is there any other sci-fi fantasy thing that you really like? Brandon Sanderson books. Right. You got to understand, I don't read because I'll fall asleep. So when I think sci-fi, I'm thinking watch something.
I really like the Red Rising series. That was good. That's sci-fi.
Okay.
Project Hail Mary was amazing.
Okay.
If you haven't read that,
That's
read
a
that.
book. You're talking about books. See,
it's a movie too.
Yeah. Here we
The
are.
Martian was good.
Oh, that was a good movie.
It's the same author.
That was a good movie.
Yep. It was a good movie. I enjoyed that one.
I did like that.
However, Caitlin does not like scary things, so Alien was not my thing.
Predator.
I like Predator.
Really?
Yeah.
Like he's hunting people in
I
the
don't
woods.
know. I don't get it.
Okay.
It's the busting through the, like, if something's inside that grows. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they do lay babies.
I don't like
you,
that.
Apparently. That's kind of gross.
Nasty.
Okay. So not kind of scary sci-fi.
Yeah.
But sci-fi. So why do you like, what is it that draws you to that kind of genre?
I love adventure. Adventure is always fun for me. There's always good drama in it. And a lot of them, like Lord of the Rings or even the Red Rising series that I read, it's always people coming together and creating change for their worlds or whatever. That I love that too. I love a good redemption arc. I love a lot of things you can find in other genres, but when you have a dragon or a sword or, a lightsaber, I'm a big fan of that.
Okay, fair enough. I would go with that. So I would say for me, favorite villain in Star Wars.
Is it Darth Plagueis? The Wise.
Is
Oh, you gotta think about it.
no, why am I've got
Brain
Mandalorian
fart.
stuck in my head. Boba Fett.
Boba Fett. Oh, is he like a villain? He's kind of
is.
anti-hero-ish.
Yeah, he's not necessarily a good guy. He's a bounty hunter.
Mercenary.
He's a mercenary.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about your feelings.
They kind of made him into a good guy in the Boba Fett show.
Yeah,
though.
that's why I don't watch the show.
That's fair.
I liked his mystery and just his very not. I think that fits with the autism in me. Like the very I don't have any feelings for you.
right.
I got paid to do this. I'm taking you in.
Yep.
I don't. If I have to kill you, I'll kill you. That is very.
He's a good one.
He's a
I
good
do
one.
like that one.
So I really like Boba Fett. So why I like Star Wars is, and really any sci-fi,
Mm-hmm.
it's the imagination.
Mm-hmm.
So when you said lightsabers and dragons and things like that, that sparks an interest in me
Mm-hmm.
that's so creative. And I know that most of the things that happen, all the things that happen in Star Wars are not scientifically possible.
Right.
Star Trek, most of them,
Mm-hmm.
really not possible. Those they're just not, they're not real.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a level of imagination to them that makes me come to life. I love to be able to think about the possibilities.
Yeah.
So a lightsaber.
That's pretty cool.
Right. You got what? You find a crystal
Yeah.
that harnesses light in such a way and perfectly cuts
Yeah.
off, without shooting everywhere. That's super creative to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't watch science fiction, and I get really frustrated. So you mentioned the new movies of Star Wars, the sequels.
Oh, yeah.
7, 8, and 9.
That don't exist.
Why I did not like those movies, especially from episode 8 to 9, was because I saw them wrestling with and speaking more about current culture than just being creative.
Mm-hmm.
So there was obvious agenda going on.
I think
in
with
the story.
most fantasy and sci-fi, there's an element of escapism.
Yeah, I don't want to live in the world
right.
and see someone's take on it in this imaginative way
Yeah.
that's not real. Like, I don't. Listen, it's about lightsabers, man. It's
Just
about
let
the
it be.
Force.
Let it be
it's
lightsabers.
Just, it doesn't have to be anti-religious. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be constantly doing this postmodern, expose all the bad guys that were originally really good guys we thought, but there's always a bad side underneath of everyone. Like, come on now. I don't need that in my life. I got enough of it day to day.
Right.
I don't
That's
need
right.
that in sci-fi. But I love the imagination. So I don't want to talk about the day. So I will always talk about Star Wars because it has that redemptive arc. It's very dystopian. So you got the Empire that has all the power and control, and you got these scrubs down low that are just scraping to get by, but they're fighting back. And that is my heart as a person, and gets me in a lot of trouble, because I'm always wanting to fight against the system, especially when it holds people down. But I love the imagination. I think, to your point, escapism. It's imagining a world, and this is where sci-fi gets me in trouble. It's imagining a world that's better than the one I'm living in. That's straight up for me. When I think of Firefly, there's that one season series, Firefly. It's just this Wild West, which is why I like The Mandalorian. It's got this Wild West approach. They're just in their spaceship running jobs, but day to day, they're just existing with each other and for each other and navigating difficulty. But there's not like this time-stamped, here's how you must order your life, because the billionaires say, here's how you must order your life. It's just, they're free. Difficulty for sure, but they're free. And I look at that and I'm like, yes, that's how life should be, right?
Yeah.
So I see some of that, that's not how life feels. The adventure's not in life. It's just, what do you got to do to survive now? That's it. What job do you got to do to survive? And I don't mean to be cynical, and I definitely don't want to weigh on anybody today. And that's not the point. That's why I like sci-fi. That's just simple as that. Not to get into anything super existential. It's just why I like sci-fi. What in the world does that have to do with my theology?
Oh, this is a great question.
Yeah.
Do tell.
Yeah. Well, why don't you take a stab real quick? I just talked for several minutes, but why would that matter for a person that is a pastor and calls themselves a Christian? That's a weird question to ask.
Well, I think a lot of fantasy and sci-fi have this storyline that is there is something wrong that's happening.
Yeah.
And it is your job to fix it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
That's a good point.
I think as a pastor, while we are obviously not going to fix anything on our own, obviously, God does that. That is deep inside of us to be able to see patterns in people, or we see the evil of the world, and we're like, I know the answer.
Right.
I know the answer.
Yeah.
I would love to help you fix that. I know the answer.
Yeah.
And like in fantasy and sci-fi, there's always something physical that you can fight.
Oh, yeah. That's actually a really good point.
There's not always something physical that you can fight here.
That's actually really wise. You're right. I hadn't thought about it that way before, but you're 100% right. You're fighting against the Empire in Star Wars. It's easy.
Yeah.
Right? It's very easy and clear who's evil and who's good. So you're fighting, which might be why I dislike episodes 8 and 9 so much, is because there's no clear, there's a clear bad guy, but they make all the good ambiguous and possibly bad too. And you don't know what you're fighting against.
Okay. Disney. That's what they've been doing.
To everything.
To everything.
Yeah, I know.
Even the princess shows. They don't have a bad guy anymore. It's grandma had a hard life. There's a reason why she's bad.
Well, Disney's also been manipulating us for a long time to always fight against our parents.
The parental figure.
The parental control that's holding the princess back or the kid back.
Yep.
Yeah, I got my own problems there. But anyway.
We're just mad at you,
it's a good point.
It's fine.
It's a good point. In those shows, I see physically what I'm pushing back against. And you're right. In the Christian life, it's hard sometimes to see what you're actually feeling. The angst, the tension that we feel as we go to work or as we meander through day-to-day life in the grocery store, at a restaurant. You know something's off.
Yeah.
But everything's been so masked that it's hard to see what you're actually pushing back against. I think that's really right. Yeah, that's really right. And I do approach my faith in that kind of way. Obviously, I feel like things are not the way they should be. But I don't necessarily mean the world. I actually think the world's as it has always been. And it might have been more pronounced in some ways back then, but it's no different today than it was in Rome. So when I look at the world externally, I kind of see the Wild West. People indulging in their own desires and fleshly passions and those, but that's always been, whether that's through violence or sexuality or whatever. That's the world. The world's always been that way. I don't view the world as my enemy.
Right.
What I'm fighting against. I'm definitely not afraid of it. Like I feel victory through that and a lot of peace, not being a part of that. So what I see when I see the world, I see it through eyes of compassion, of looking at people struggle. And even as a pastor, when I look at people in our congregation struggling, trying to chase after or attain those things that the world says, whatever, I see that through eyes of compassion of, if you only knew freedom in Christ. That, and this is going to lead into what I am feeling I'm fighting against, or what as a pastor, freedom in Christ. You wouldn't have to chase those things, those identity markers, or significance, or whatever. If you only knew, and you don't know, and I want you to know. But I've been wrestling with this question of what am I inviting them into?
Yep.
Because most of the time, if you invite someone to church, any church, what they see is a people who gather on a Sunday and sing a few songs and listen to a sermon, but unimaginatively. living the exact same life that we're saying you can be free from. And I feel like sometimes as a pastor, we've lost our imagination with the calling of God on our lives, with what it means to be a church, what it means to be a community. The creativity's gone. There's kind of a template that we follow. Template being, okay, you became a Christian. Great. You said a sinner's prayer. Okay, there's template number 1. Now, step number 2 is get baptized if you want. You don't really have to. That's kind of now a thing. And then step number 3 is, okay, now start coming to church. We do this every Sunday. And, maybe someday if you get a little bit of time, you come on a Wednesday. And then step number 4 is, start serving, figure out what your gifts are. Step number 5 is start tithing, those kinds of things. We got this template, but mostly from church administration, it's okay. The creativity's gone collectively as well, where I ask myself, like, why are we here?
Yeah.
Why is if I were a pastor of any church, I would ask this of any church, why is Harbor Church here? And if someone were to plant a church right now, right, the method and the template would be the same.
Right.
Okay, I need to, again, imagination, sci-fi. This is the connection I'm going for here. Okay, what we need to do is we need to get a core group of people. Core group of people is going to get excited about the same thing. We're going to make a charter. We're going to figure out a name. We're going to get a website going. We're going to get our social media going. We're going to start telling people about this new church we're going to have a launch day. Soft launch day, we're going to figure out whether we got the right donuts or the right coffee or not. And then we're going to have a hard launch day. And we're going to have people outside with signs. And we're going to have people with shirts on. And we're going to, hey, you belong here. We're going to do all that. And the lack of imagination is we're going to start up our Sunday service.
Right.
That unimaginatively will look like everyone else's.
Yeah.
I know. It's going to sound cynical. So in a 5-mile radius of Harbor Church, 5 miles, okay, there are 47 churches.
Yep.
Can we let that sink in for a second? If there ever was a sign that your community uses church like shopping at Walmart, it's the fact that you have 47 churches in a 5-mile radius. All that tells me is no one knows how to work together.
Yeah.
People get mad. And we know this is true. I mean, it's not hidden in Crawfordsville. People get mad. They schism. They start a new church.
Yeah.
They float around to whatever seems to be the next big thing. That's a harsh indictment. It is what it is. It's just reality in the community. 47 churches in 15 miles. It just says no one works together. But what do these 47 churches do? We all offer the same exact thing. Why are we here? Oh, well, we have music, and we've hired who we think is the best preacher in town, and we've got the best visuals, and we've got the best band. Now everyone's going for a band, and they've been doing that for a while, especially since the early 2000s. And then it was, we're going to get the coolest closed box sanctuary, with no windows at all and the best lighting and the best visuals. And then there was motion graphics, which would make you vomit if you had vertigo. And then, it's like all these things. And yet we still end up in a post-Christian society.
Yeah.
And then unimaginatively, instead of saying, whoa, we've missed something here because we're losing everyone. Something's not right. We just double down.
Yep.
Okay, what we need is more. That's what we're missing on. And we got to show that we got to market ourselves better by putting billboards all over the place with our pastors' pictures on them. Because what we want to show the community is that we're the flashiest church. We got the best, most charismatic speakers. We got because the Kool-Aid never got anybody killed before for following a cultic leader that's all about personality or whatever. I love sci-fi because it helps me imagine a world that's different. I love Jesus because he shows me a world that's actually different.
Yeah.
I love faith because I can imagine a different kind of life. And our churches have lost that sense of creativity and imagination. Imagination that says, wait, is it just about Sunday?
Right.
Is it just about consumerism and making sure we impress the right people so that we get more butts in seats? Is it just that?
Mm-hmm.
Is it just about like coming and filling my cup? Like, is that the whole point of this whole thing where maybe we have a midweek thing and maybe we have a Sunday, and if I'm not too busy, I'll participate in those things. But I look at our lives and it's like, man, where'd your creativity go?
Mm-hmm.
And where did our creativity as a church go? And I'm sorry, I'll be real honest here. I don't necessarily think that the way we do church, these 47 churches in this 5-mile radius, I don't necessarily think it's all biblical. We love it. And for some of us who have gone to church our whole lives, like it's meaningful,
Mm-hmm.
but not necessarily biblical.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to have music in church?
Depends on who you ask.
Is it supposed to be the center? Is like experience,
Mm-hmm.
like goosebumps and hands in the air? Is that supposed to be? Like I'm not saying it's not. I just, I wrestle with the lack of creativity in the church. So I think, why are we here? It's like, well, surely it's got to be to inform us more than just what we do for an hour and a half a week.
Right.
We're invited into this kind of sci-fi world.
Right. Yeah.
I think that's what God invites us into.
Yeah.
Something that is so different than the day-to-day.
Mm.
And I kind of hinted at this on Sunday, but to live into that world means I got to be more creative with my life too.
Yeah.
It might mean that I say no to things. It might mean that I change jobs. It might mean that I move. It might mean all kinds of things for my life so that I can live in that. If God offers me something, a way of living that is so much better and more creative than the world that I'm living in, then what would I do to actually experience that day-to-day life, not that event
Right.
that happens once a week? So I think of Acts. I talk about this passage a lot. I've preached on this passage several times, and it might seem cumbersome, but I saw people who were welcomed into something drastically different, and they just sold out to it. Now, I preached on this a few weeks ago, but when I was thinking about Star Wars and sci-fi, it's kind of hit me. But, you go to chapter 2, and you get to verse 43, and they've already heard the gospel. They have been baptized. They've repented. They're following Jesus. He's Lord of their life. 3,000 people, right, in that day. And the first thing they did was not, okay, what is the temple doing, and how do we set up 25 of those in this 5-mile radius so that we can all do that too? But we'll just talk about something a little bit different. They actually creatively lived into a life that was drastically different than the people that were around them. And that's where, like, I see these things when they have everything in common. They sold things. They took care of each other. They worshiped together as often as they could in the temple. They prayed together. They ate together. They didn't just have Jesus as a cherry on top of the ordinary, mundane life that they're already living. Everything that they did, everything that they changed was so foreign to the Roman people around them, it would eventually be what would get them killed. Not because they didn't do anything wrong. They didn't go up to the empire and be like, "Oh, we're taking over the empire," like we like to do today. That's not. They were spending time with widows and beggars and sick, and they were pooling their resources and they, whatever. And it really ticked Rome off because they weren't participating in the world. God had given them a vision of a new life that was utterly unimaginable before, but now they could see and imagine a life drastically different, and so they chose to live in that life. And Rome is so mad about it that Nero, especially Nero later, and even some of the Jews later with the schisms that would happen, just start persecuting them, slaughtering them, because they didn't make any sense. And that's what the world's going to do when you're living into a sci-fi
Yeah.
kind of existence
Yeah.
is it's not going to set well.
Yeah.
So anyway, it makes me kind of sit back and say, if we could just imagine for a moment. I think this is what we've been doing on our Sunday morning kind of service order change, just exploring a little bit. If all of us, all of you who are watching even, could just take a second and say, okay, what if I just sat in my chair, Bible in hand, and in prayer, and by prayer I don't mean you say a whole lot all the time. Just imagine for a moment. If you could imagine church and the body of Christ and the way you could be in it, what would that look like? What could that look like? If you could just let your imagination run wild. The most, what do they call wild, not realistic. It doesn't matter. Like, even if it's not practical, like the most unpractical thing, like what would come to your mind? When you think of church, God's invited you into a new life. When you think of what does it mean to be a part of a congregation? If you could let your imagination go wild, maybe take a second. What might be that thing? You could just let your imagination go wild. You think about it too, because type it in.
It actually kind of, and this isn't even wild, but my first thought is I feel like a lot more people would feel the belonging that we talked about.
Okay.
There would definitely be a sense of,
But what would you imagine, not the outcome for everyone else, but if you thought about our gathering for people, if you could just let your imagination run wild, what would this look like?
home.
Okay, how? What would home be? What would that one concrete thing?
I like to look through the eyes of Asher every now and then.
Okay.
And if you watch him, and he's a little shy.
Yeah.
But if you watch him on a Sunday or even a Wednesday, and he is running through this church, sometimes like a banshee.
Yeah, that's not wrong.
But this is his home.
Okay.
And he's comfortable. And he knows most everybody, and most everybody knows him. That's kind of what I think of when I think of home. I think of, like, I don't know, couches, some place comfy to sit. It doesn't have to be couches, but I just think of, like,
Less industrial.
Less industrial, more comfortable.
I just figured out, by the way, Kathy, I got that shot. It took me a while to figure out what Alan was saying. Alan says it's 2 hours. He's talking about it's not an hour and a half a week.
Oh.
It took me a minute, but I finally got it. I was like racking my brain. I got it. Figured it out. Okay, so
You know, when
even aesthetically,
maybe. I like Easter morning Sundays when we're just eating pancakes together.
Yeah.
That's comfy to me.
Yeah. I think that's why I like Thanksgiving service.
Yeah, Thanksgiving service, eating food together. I mean, listen, as stressful as it was trying to find out we were going to fit all these chairs in here last Thanksgiving, it is really nice to just be all together, just eating and enjoying each other's company.
And I think that's why I get flustered when there would be frustration for I can't sit with who I want to sit with.
Yeah.
Because it's like, but my imagination isn't, God invited me into a building that, I just live my secluded life in.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm invited into a family where I branch out and I connect with more people. And so for me, Thanksgiving, when it's been at its best, is watching forced. It's forced. But watching people in the church who say, this is my congregation, this is my church home, sitting with people they don't know
Yeah.
very well and making new friends
Mm-hmm.
and finding out that we're not isolated,
Yeah.
that God actually orchestrated all these bodies together in this place. And I'm a part of that body. And I just grew a little bit,
Yeah.
you know, that kind of thing. I do like those more laid back features, I guess, maybe, you know. I love Holy Week services.
Yeah.
When I think of creatively, what does a church look like? You know what I love about those? Christmas morning service the same way. Christmas Eve service is the same way. It's not about a show. It's not about trying to convince people to come back.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely not about perfection. It's simple.
Yeah.
It's like 45 minutes, maybe an hour, Alan. It's like 45 minutes of just being with each other in significant times,
Yeah.
of watching people come and centering their lives around a story.
Yeah.
Those are really meaningful to me. I
Yeah.
get more out of those services than I do a typical Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds weird to say, but I've really appreciated, honestly, when I think of creativity. I've loved watching the kids interact on a Sunday morning through the puppet stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people might come to church and be like, oh, there's so much clunkiness about this service. You know, we're waiting for kids to sit their butts on a cushion and, you know, whatever. And do they do this every Sunday? Who does this? You know, kind of thing. But, you know, we became so unimaginative that in the church
Yeah.
that the only place we had for kids was in their own space.
Yeah.
The only place we have for teenagers is in their own space. To see them out here and recognize, wait, we're inviting them into something different than the world. The world always has kids and teenagers sectioned off in their own space. And then they become an adult magically when they turn 18 and they're just supposed to have all their stuff together. And they don't.
What?
But yeah, I mean, I've really liked watching that. And it just shows that kind of lighthearted. The world is so serious.
Yeah.
And it needs to be. I'm not saying it shouldn't be. But it's so rhythmic and it's so serious all the time that I think we've lost our imagination, lost our childlike heart, especially when it comes to church.
Yeah.
That's why we leave churches so easily. We get hurt
Yep.
about this, that, or the other. And most of the time, if you're really honest about it, you got to take a step back and be like, that's pretty selfish.
Yeah.
I've made it all about me. And I've lost just enjoying being with people and spending time with people. And a lot of times what gets in the way is, oh, they haven't done enough for me, or they, you know, I haven't made me feel connected. Or they haven't made me feel like I'm a part. It's like, when are you going to take the step to be a part and to be the one that connects with other people? But watching that kind of childlike heart on Sunday has been really refreshing for me. Well, I guess, and we're out of time. We should be out of time. It's been an hour and 8 minutes, but we had a good talk today. A lot of laughs. I just, when I think about Harbor and I think about the church that we are, and, you know, whatever happens with me or God's calling or whatever, I think what I want to reclaim for the church is a sense of imagination. And honestly, as a congregation, I don't want it to just be about me as the pastor and you as the pastor, like having this imagination and then being like, hey, we have an idea, you know.
Yeah.
The best church, the church that's going to be a place where people feel like they belong and where they have a home, is when an entire congregation starts to dream together.
Yeah.
Starts to view church like Star Wars a little bit. Like, wow, we are in this crazy life together. Let's dream a little bit. Let's have some imagination.
Yeah.
What does Sunday look like for us? What should it look like for us? Not to drag people and not for the next church growth movement that people are going to write books on and make a lot of money over, and every church is going to copy for a minute and we're right back where we were. But collectively as a people, it says, what does it look like? Does it look like Thanksgiving services and Easter services and pancakes and, whatever? Maybe it looks different than that.
We are hungry.
We are hungry people. What do Wednesday nights look like?
Yeah.
Or midweek or whatever? Does it, that's not hitting right now. We get less and less attendance on that, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
I think I look around Harbor and I recognize that maybe we're all feeling a bit less creative and a little less imaginative. But for any church, I think that's our number one task. I think what I want to be here, and I hope any pastor would be anywhere or here, is to be the one that helps facilitate your imagination.
Yeah.
I'm not like a gatekeeper in a hard sense. Like obviously theologically I'm going to be a gatekeeper. We'll make sure what we do says and does the right thing based on who we are as a people. But I'm really not a hard gatekeeper. If the congregation starts to dream a little bit and starts to get a bit creative, I'm going to be really excited about going along on that journey.
Let me just throw a story in here real fast.
Oh, go ahead.
There was a time a couple of years ago where I go into Josh's office and I say, I want to do a Nerf and Nachos event. And he goes, what's that? And I told him. And he jumped on board. And then he said, we should spend more money, Caitlin. That's the kind of gatekeeper he is.
It's true. I remember that. It was so simple of a concept, right? Like, we're going to have nachos and cheese for the kids, and we're going to, they can just shoot at each other.
Yeah.
Sounds very Christian to me, but and you are very pragmatic at times. Kathy, you're right. That's not. Yeah, you're right. She says, time for planting apple trees.
Hey.
That's right. So Caitlin's very pragmatic, and she wants to do things. She doesn't want to be a burden.
I like
Maybe
to
this is the right thing.
say that I'm a good steward of resources.
Right. I'm not. I'm a good steward in a different way.
This is true.
So Caitlin's like, oh, we can do boxes. I'm like, no.
Which we ended up doing boxes. I just want to say.
After later, but that was out of necessity because we popped a hole in one of the castles. But no, it was like, oh, and listen, if I get going on a fun idea, and I feel like there's some energy behind it, I will go all out. Yeah. I don't have a 25% button. No. I don't have a 50% button. I either have no dopamine or I have all the dopamine. and that was all the dopamine things. So I was like, okay, so I'm looking up bunkers. And it's like, we can get these. I'm like, those are not nice. Let's get really cool bunkers. Nerf bunkers. So we get all these Nerf bunkers, and then I'm like, let's get 20 guns.
That's right.
Let's get these masks.
That's right.
Let's do this. Let's do that.
Moral of the story.
Yeah, I love that.
Moral of the story. You start dreaming, there is no gatekeeping.
No, because that was my way to love you and support you. It was, I love the creativity and the simplicity of taking out chairs and blowing up some bunkers and watching Isaiah and Adam get excited about reffing these Nerf war games, and
which it gets crazy, guys.
and then serving kids nachos and cheese. Like, that seems so silly, but for our kids, it becomes home. Mm-hmm. And as soon as I can see a place where it's whimsical, again, a world that's so heavy all the time, the church needs to be whimsical.
Apple trees is a great idea.
You're right, Kathy. We do need to do that.
Yep.
Anyway. Dream. I think that's the whole point for today. God's called you into a drastically different life. God has called us together as a congregation, not just to copy and paste a template. It's like a modern day Chinese restaurant, Chinese food in a box. But God's invited us to something that you can imagine, be creative, and explore. And it might not mean that all the time does every little idea in my brain come out and get worked out. It's not selfish like that, but it's about watching all of us come together and just dream a bit and be creative about what our life together is going to look like. And these people made big changes in creative ways because they saw life. We get the same thing. So, I wonder if you could be creative for a moment. We're trying on Sunday mornings with our order of service, How could church just be different? A place where we all belong, a place that feels like home. And, if you did a 5-mile radius around us, you'd say, we sure don't look like everyone else. Not because we want to be different, but because we look like us. And so dream a little bit. I don't know. I want to dream a little bit more. I'm kind of tired of the norm.
Yep.
So, hey, thanks for joining us. And maybe next time we won't take 6 weeks.
We'll see.
See you next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.